for making that instructional strategy. Write down
Oh,
each and every point and give the explanation to it.
okay.
Straight away, it's there.
Okay.
Everything is essential. We cannot just omit something,
Yeah.
uh, and you have to explain it also. So write one point, explain that, and then you
Okay.
go ahead. Right?
Okay.
Any doubt, confusion in that? Any confusion?
No confusion, sir. Only to just have a view from your, so that we don't miss any essential points, because for us we may have five essential in the mind. So I thought, just if I can add.
Essentially, whatever comes into your mind, those are essential.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
So just try to put down everything that is there. So,
Okay.
well, you have to ask question. Otherwise, I'll start asking questions to you. So now, can you then I'm asking you if one by one, you have to tell me the essential points of instructional strategy. Anybody who comes forward, the essential points of instructional strategy. What are the points involved in developing an instructional strategy? Can anyone tell me?
Good morning, sir. I'm Namita. In one of your previous classes, you had given us a hint about this particular question, and you had told us that it is not instructional methods. We have to discuss about the instructional strategy.
Yes.
And as far as I understand, that instructional strategy covers everything right from the TNA up to the evaluation and in between, uh,
No, it's not up to the evaluation. Before evaluation.
before evaluation.
Yes.
Okay, right, sir. Uh, we can start with TNA. We can also cover budget into this.
Little brief of TNA. Not also exactly TNA is required, but brief of TNA. Yes.
Yes, sir. Then budget, from where the budget will come,
Budget
how
is
we are going to spend, which particular group will be catered to, and if the budget is a restraint, then which functionaries we are going to cover first, which is the domain function of the organization.
Hmm.
I think all this is to be covered. What methods we are going to use, what will be the entry behavior of the participants.
Entry behavior of the participants more than that. Entry behavior of the trainer.
Yeah, trainer also, sir.
Hmm.
And
It's not just the entry behavior of the participants. So entry behavior of the participants is not your subject.
okay,
You can simply otherwise tell them what they should do to be a good person, but nothing like that. It is only the entry behavior of the trainers, those who are going to train the people.
right, sir. Right, sir. What will be the time and timing of the training?
Of course, those are to be decided. Time, place, everything is to be finalized. The venue,
Yes, sir.
the sitting condition, sitting environment, sitting layout. Yes,
Batches, how big the batches will be.
of course, it will depend upon how big the batch is, and that
Yeah.
it will depend upon that the venue of the place also. So it's all the whole seriatim right from the beginning, making the planning to the implementation of the training program. Each and every step is required. What else? What other points are there? Can you remember? Other points? You have talked about that the participants, the classroom, the layout. What else?
So the method and the media.
'Method' and the media. Okay, agreed. the net,
Uh,
the media.
yes, sir.
Then
ROI.
ROI will come at the last. ROI, yes, to some extent you can give.
Right, sir.
Because ROI is more in the evaluation, it's more in the evaluation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, is it actually the instructional strategy or is it the planning part? Because to me, at times I feel it's more around the planning. And usually, when we talk about instructional strategy, so to me, it's more about when we actually design something where we use all the instructional methods and techniques. So, I'm always confused in between these two things.
Hello. Yes, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Please come out.
Okay. What I was saying is, so things we are talking about, is it part of planning process or is it actually the part of instructional strategy? Because instructional strategy to me is something.
Strategy, instructional strategy. That is, initial planning is a theoretical planning. Now it is exactly related to a particular program, which things are required to be done and actually doing it, and then delivering it. Entire thing is this part, right? So whatever you have decided in the design part and all that, those are theoretical. Now it is actually a issue is there. This is the people, this is the program, this is the venue, this is what you are going to do, then how to do it, what things are required. Entire detail of that is given in the instructional strategy. Whereas design is a theoretical thing, initial designing is a theoretical thing. But then after that, this is more a practical thing and part of implementation also. Yes, please come out, come out, come out, respond to me. Hello.
Sorry, sir, I faced some internet challenges, so I was missing in between. My bad.
Okay.
I'm
Uh-huh.
extremely sorry for that.
And it's okay, it's okay. No issue.
No, so I heard you where you were saying that it's part of instructional strategy.
Hmm.
So it's not actually the planning that I'm talking about. So when it's theoretical, it's more planning and not instructional. So when it comes to planning the actual part,
Yes.
then we, kind of use this instructional strategy.
Yeah.
So that's what my understanding is after hearing you.
Yeah. Yes, it's that. It's that. And it
Okay.
also includes the budget also, because that is also very realistic thing. Instructional strategy is more practical, very realistic thing. This is the real situation what you're facing. It is not in theory that this will happen, then we will do that. No, it's not that. It is this is what we are need to do today and how we are going to do that. It's more practical with a
Okay.
particular program or an issue that we are going to face. So we make a strategy for that, how we are going to implement it. There everything will come in between. The design
Oh,
will come, every point will come in there.
okay.
Just
Okay.
make that program come into the reality.
Mhm.
What we need to do,
Yeah.
including the budget. Yes.
Okay, maybe I got confused in between the instructional designing part and this instructional strategy. So maybe that's why
Well, it is
I
one
was.
strategy. Don't go into instructional methods also. Methods are different.
Mhm.
Methods are which methods you're going to use to deliver the training. That is different thing. Instructional strategy will involve everything. Even it will take the methods also. When you talk of the trainers, you may have to go to the theater. It encompasses everything. It's a whole strategy for implementing a training program.
Okay.
They're right from the material to the planning to the trainer to the trainees to the budget. Everything is part of it. So in Seriatum, everything is needed to be given, including the venue, including the layout of the room, and everything. The whole process. Whole process is to be given.
Sure, sure, sir. I think I got an idea. So maybe I would be able to answer this question now.
Definitely will be able to answer your question. Why not? If you will start from the beginning, this is
Uh-huh.
the program, this is what you're going to do, then which things are required, these things are required, these materials are required, these manuals are required, these people are required, such kind of trainers are required, such kind of methods are to be used, what should be the layout of the room, what should be the materials are required, which materials are required. So everything you just give, then what is the budget of that program? The entire thing one by one you'll give. That's all.
Sure, sir.
What
Thanks for
people
clarifying it. Yeah.
does sometimes, they get that instruction strategy, they just answer instructional methods. Give a list of methods of giving training, and the whole question is completed. But that's
Sure.
only a part of it. That's not the whole question at all. We should give methods in brief. We're not to give that methods here. It's an instructional strategy.
Okay.
It's a training. Somebody may name it as training plan also. That is all the same.
Okay. So
Instructional
I
strategy
yeah.
and training plan is the same thing.
Okay. So I think I'm clear now, sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, sir, for making it clear. It was useful
Yeah.
today. So the
Uh-huh.
only thing is, after the plan and strategy, what you mentioned, sir, evaluating those will also come in strategy, that how I am going to go with this from it
Obviously, it
assessment.
will not come. You can just give a reference mark.
Okay,
After
fine.
we stay, then you will go for evaluation. That's all.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Evaluation is not a part of instructional strategy. Abhi to now you are making strategy. How can you evaluate? The evaluation will come only when the implementation is over. Then the evaluation will come.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Even the ROI will come and everything will come after that.
Fine.
No. But if somebody asks you, give an account of the entire thing right from the TNA to the evaluation of a training program, then you have to give everything.
Right.
If somebody points out that very specifically, never know, there are different paper setters who gives what. So then you have to give the whole thing, entire thing.
But sir, good morning, sir. This is Arvind here.
Yeah.
When we talk about an instructional strategy incorporating all the elements, evaluation is also one of the element.
Little louder, please. Now, once again.
I said when we talk about the instructional strategy for any organization, evaluation also is one of the very important part of the whole instructional strategy, because if we set objectives, how that objectives will be, assessed, that if the objectives were met or not, is a part of the instructional strategy, isn't it?
You see, everything is important. Nothing is less important. Only thing is, things are categorized. What we are talking about when. Everything is important. When you talk of instructional strategy, there we do not include evaluation. For evaluation, there is another set of thing after instructional strategy, right? Our goal is to achieve that objectives of the organization, right? But those evaluation of that objective will be done later on. So the things are categorized. Otherwise, you have to write everything right from the beginning to the end
Yes.
in every question, because everything is important.
Sir, because in the assignment, sir, it is mentioned that write all the elements involved in the instructional strategy.
Elements of instructional strategy. Evaluation and instructional strategy are two different things.
Okay.
See, try to understand it. Evaluation is entirely different from instructional strategy. Instructional strategy is different, evaluation is different. The only elements of instructional strategy will include only up to that point of the implementation. That's all. After that, it's finished.
Okay, sir.
Then
Got it.
the next
Good,
chapter for an
good morning, sir.
evaluation.
Sir, can you please repeat various elements of instruction strategy?
Yeah. So give the
Yes, sir.
every element of instructional strategy. For evaluation, you have got a different chapter and got a different topics already.
Yes,
Right,
yes, sir.
sir.
We have paper 7.
That you have different chapter and a different topics at all.
But is this
So
question
what
not
are
more
the
on?
what are the elements? Can you repeat, sir? What
Sir,
are the
but,
various elements of instructional strategy?
sir, but when I see this question, sorry to say, but this question seems to be more of question paper 1 strategy and than the managing training process, because it talks a specific of instructional strategy, which is we have already studied in paper 1.
In paper one, you have not done instructional strategy. You have done instructional methods. Again, you are confusing. You have done instructional methods, but not instructional strategy. Again, you are confusing here, which I told you. Instructional strategy is done only this in this paper, right?
Sir, yes, sir. Please repeat the sir elements, various elements of instruction strategy.
I have told you, you can just go through it. In the elements are that which, what are the methods to be in training methods will be used, what are the materials that will be used, what are the manuals to be used, what are the components and materials like LCD project and all that is required, what is the venue requirement, what will be the sitting, the layout of the room,
Right, sir.
all that, then what will be the budget of that, all these things, that actual implementation of that entire training situation, and that is given in your book very clearly. That book by mm,
Janaki
Blanchard,
Raman.
in a Blanchard's book, it's given there. Do you want the chapter to be named by me?
No,
Hello?
sir, it's okay, sir.
It's
Yes, sir, it's okay, sir. No problem, sir. Understand, sir.
it's a book written by Blanchard and some other gentleman. I'll tell you the book and the chapter. Just a minute.
Right, sir.
Chapter 8, sir. Development and implementation of training.
It's chapter 8, it's page 287. You'll find instructional strategy. Page 287, there is instructional strategy. What is given there? Everything is given there, just one by one. Materials and equipment, trainer's manual, trainee's manual, facilities, the training room, furniture setup, refreshments, the trainer cases and all that, and then budget is not given, but include that budget also.
Right, sir.
Ah,
Thank you very much, sir.
oh, it's okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So this is about the instructional strategy. Yes, come out with anything else, any other question, doesn't matter. Right, but then apart from that, I would like to, please come out with your question, then I'll tell you some concluding remarks. Any confusion? Where is the confusion?
Sir, there is another question on assignment. Basically, should I copy paste it in the chat window so that it is easier to read, or should I just speak?
As you like, as you like.
Okay, so it is AVN company has new plans to diversify their work area pan-India. They are dealing with the manufacturing and sales of consumer durables. In this direction, they are intending to create a trainers force in the organization that would be responsible for providing training to their employees. Describe in detail what essential qualities they should look for in the trainers while developing effective trainers force. So how to plan this answer for this question, sir?
Answer is very straightforward. What are the essential qualities of a trainer? What are the essential good qualities of a trainer? What are the cases of a trainer? You have to discuss that. You have to answer that.
Okay.
Now you have to search for in a book where it is written. If you want that, then I'll search and tell you.
Sir, I thought when we were talking about a specific need of a manufacturing company, we have to be very specific in what are the requirements for a company.
Yeah, I tell you, first thing is the general all cases of trainer. Then you will only specify those points which are related to manufacturing.
Perfect, sir. This is what I actually thought.
Generally, you should give everything. That then you should say, as a manufacturing organization, yes, and depending upon what kind of manufacturing, right?
Correct.
It's heavy material or it's what kind of thing, then do you require on-the-job training? Do you require simulation training, right? What kind of training specifically that you should highlight or underline. But all trainers' qualities and that should be given, for a good trainer.
But can we mention that, in case if it's a manufacturing company, we will be requiring more training for the shop floor workers. So the trainers workforce should include more of those type of trainers who can train the shop floor workers.
Of course,
Then,
you're right. See, it will depend upon what do you describe. If
correct,
you
correct,
describe the organization has got this kind of thing, this kind of manufacturing facility, so we require this. Your entire question should be justified by what you are saying.
correct, correct, sir. It is
Are you
like,
getting my point? If
yes,
I
yes.
said my infrastructure or my organization is like this, so I like this kind of trainer. It is justified.
Is it also okay, sir, if we write our assumptions also? Like if we are taking an example of a specific
Of course, why
company,
not? That should be given rather. That I presume that this organization is like this.
right, right,
And then I go ahead. How do you answer otherwise? You
correct,
do not know. You have to specify the conditions of the organization, the characteristics of the organization, what they're dealing with. So, and that it will depend what kind of people are required, and on that it will depend upon what kind of training is required. So, obviously, you have to assume certain things and to give that stage here to clear, right? Yeah.
Sir, I was also thinking to mention, that we will do a SWOT analysis to identify which type of trainings could be beneficial to steer through the current needs in the industry.
Well,
Basis that we can develop a trainer workforce.
you can, if you can give that SWOT analysis, there's nothing wrong in it. You have to
Right,
justify it, whatever you are answering,
right, right.
right? If you can really find out the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities, and you just put forward that reasonably and logically, that's fine. That's fine.
Perfect,
There's
perfect.
nothing wrong in it. There's nothing wrong in it.
Thank you, sir. I mean, I think, now we have the architecture very clear for this question.
Hmm. I'm trying to find out your trainers. I think in the same book, in the chapter 8, also it is given regarding the trainer. The trainer cases, their experience and credibility and all that. So what should you look for in a trainer? You should jot down, and you can see other books also. What are the characteristics and cases that is required in a good trainer? You should jot down that. If there is a question on how to select a trainer, you can give that. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Chapter 8. Thank you very much, sir. We will read that.
Okay. Next question. Any questions?
पैसे कौन लेके जाएगा, तुम कि वो कहाँ गया लड़का?
Sir, in lot of places,
बाहर में भी साफ कर रहे हैं।
training and facilitation is used very synonymously.
बोनट खोल के पत्ते वत्ते बहुत हो जाते हैं, तो
Yeah,
महीने में एक
training
बार उसको
and
किया करो
facilitation.
अंदर से।
I said in many places, I have seen that training and facilitation is used synonymously, though they are completely different. When we actually talk about facilitation, it is completely different than training.
खोलना ना पड़े,
You
ठीक है?
see,
उसको चाबी ले जाके
training is the whole thing.
करना आता है ना, दरवाजा वो दबा के बंद होता है, पता है ना? हाँ, वरना वो चाबी से नहीं होता।
Training
तो वो
is the
याद से करना उसका ना, डिक्की और जब भी आजकल में जब भी, ठीक है? कल कर देना, कल संडे है।
Sir, someone is
भाई
speaking, I
बोलो ना
guess.
बीच में संडे वाला, थोड़ा आराम से म्यूट किया अपने आपको। हाँ हाँ, so facilitation is a small part in the entire process of training, you know.
Correct, sir.
Training is the whole thing, and a trainer helps facilitation in the class, right? That's one small part of it. That's one
Correct.
small part of it. What do you mean by facilitation? Can you tell me?
Facilitation is just the art of bringing out the knowledge inside, which is already there inside the participants. So use the processes so that they can utilize their understanding to bring about
Yes.
solutions.
So it's a part of training, a small part of training, you know. It
Right, right.
cannot be synonymous to each other. It's only a small part. So when a trainer enters into the classroom, he facilitates the learning process.
Correct.
He facilitates the learning process by which the transfer of training takes place properly. Therefore, it's only a part of that entire process of training. It's not exact. It cannot be the synonymous to training process.
No, it is so often used that it creates a feeling. Uh,
Yeah.
Otherwise, my understanding is, there are like, it totally depends upon what is the approach of the person. If I am trying to bring out knowledge from my side, it is more of training. When I am trying to, use the strength of the group and then create a learning from them, not utilizing my subjective knowledge, just my process orientation, that becomes more of facilitation. And I have seen whenever we talk about facilitation, a true facilitation only happens at the higher level. Because when we are dealing with the junior level employees of an organization, somewhere down the line, it becomes, more training than facilitation. Because you have to indulge yourself and you are not able to maintain the neutrality as a facilitator, and you tend to bring in knowledge from your side.
You see, giving knowledge from your side is not bad. Now, it is also a part of that. But the more of it is that opening up the people, opening up the participants, allowing them to come out with their ideas and their thoughts, right? That's more of facilitation because you stop their inhibition, you make them more open, you make them more clear to come out, you give them that courage and conviction to come out of their shells and share their experiences, share their talks. It's opening them up.
Correct, correct.
uh, as you're saying rightly, it's more than just delivering your knowledge. Your knowledge has to be delivered, that's required, but that will only be stimulation to make other people open, come forward, express themselves, remove the inhibitions from within. That process, it's unplugging the other people, to
Right, right.
facilitate that process of that flow of knowledge from inside the human beings. It should come
Correct.
out like that as a flow. That's facilitation. Yeah.
Sir, in one of the questions, in one of the assignment questions, it was also evident. They specifically talked about if training or, facilitation, is it an art or a science? Because we have already understood the processes that a facilitator or a trainer carries, they are all science because we have actually known it for a long time. It's a technique we employ. Whereas, how he does the same, how he applies the technique is his own art.
Of
So,
course. For everything, there is something like art and there is something like science.
correct.
So, saying that the subject of facilitation is art or science has got no meaning in my sense. Because every subject, facilitation is a science, but when you apply it, it's an art. So, how can
Right.
you say it's only a science or it's an art? No, everything is a science as well as an art. For everything in this world, there is some science behind it. And when you can really implement it properly, it's an art.
It's an art. Yes.
It's an art. Yeah.
Correct. Even how we eat is an art. Everyone has a different eating habit, but what to eat and how to eat, if we know the process, that's the science.
Yes, that process is the science. But when you learn that process and implement it, that's an
Right,
art.
right, right.
How better we can do that, the more artistic we are, the more better we are. Yes, that's there.
Sir, in one of our discussion, one of our friend, she pointed out a very good definition. She said that, when we try to customize the science for our usage, that becomes an art.
We try to,
When we try to customize the science for our implementation, that becomes an art.
of course, when you try to implement that, that itself becomes an art. And
Right,
customizing is far more, even more higher step than this.
right.
When we know the theory but we do not know how to apply, it's not an art, it's science only. But when you know how to apply it, you know the process of applying it, then it's an art. And when you can customize, it's furthermore one step further. It's more appropriate use of the art.
Yeah, correct, sir. Correct.
Right?
I think more or less we discussed all the questions of the assignments.
That you have discussed, but some general things I'd like to tell you here again.
Yeah,
While attempting the question paper, you should be number one. People say the brief and to the point. The brief does not mean, and you should be so brief that people do not give you number.
correct.
And also, you should not be so elaborate that people start thinking that why are you talking too much. So there should have substance in the answer sheet. You should write considerably good number of pages, but do not talk irrelevant things. Talk everything to the point what has been asked for. See, you think yourself from the point of view of the examiner who wants to see first that the first thing is that whatever has been asked for, you are answering that only.
Correct.
If you talk something beating about the bush, writing something else, the ask question is something else, and you're writing something else, the immediate thing which comes into psychology in his mind that he is trying to befool me. Try to understand it. That this gentleman who is writing the answer sheet is thinking that I am a Bekuf, and whatever he's writing, I'll be trapped in that. So don't try to do that. Write to the point. What has been asked for, be to the context of it, and then you can write some considerably good number of pages so that you can, depending upon the number of marks in that particular question, right?
Got it.
And number one, number two, at least the initial pages you should write neat and clean. But the first page you are not untidy and writing something wrongly, the first impression becomes very bad. So your first question or the second question should be very good. It should be well attempted. It should be good number of pages you should write. So to create an impression in the mind, because for a examiner also, he is not going to see each and every line of your whatever it is. He'll just get an idea by seeing that. You'll get an idea about you, your sincerity, your depth of your knowledge, that you'll understand from the first one or two questions. So that must be very good, so that it creates an opinion about you. And this gentleman is writing properly, he is to the point, and he has written sufficiently what is needed. So you should be careful about that, right? That is the second point. And so if you keep this thing in mind, and also another thing, write on the point the question number properly. Sometimes people may give a wrong question number and writing wrongly. So that should be avoided. Be very clear. Write down the questions very clearly. Give the number of the question, and everything should be very clear, neat and clean, so that get a good impression and you get good marks in that. Yeah.
Sir, one general question.
Yeah.
While answering what is the font size we use, is it like 12 font size? Because, this is one of the concern for all the people who have to submit something, in written, in a document format. So the font size when we try to generalize like Verdana or Arial or Times New Roman, but what should be the size which actually can be easy for a
Nothing has been
assessor?
standardized as such, but generally it is the font size is generally it is 12.
Right.
Generally it is 12, because in 14/16 it becomes much bigger.
Correct.
12 is, I think it's okay. And I don't know what you're using. Bardana you're using?
Usually we try to use Verdana or Arial because these are,
Bardana or Arial. Arial is also good.
right.
Arial is quite okay. So Arial 12 is not very small. It's okay.
Correct.
14 is still bigger.
Yeah, got it.
So Arial 12 is okay. I think you can very well do that. And in a question paper, wherever it's possible, just to give some examples, some images and all that. That also gives
Yeah.
a impression in the minds of the
Yes.
examiner, you know.
Yeah, that increases the readability.
That increases the readability and their opinion is created, you know.
Correct.
As I told you, they cannot go through each and every line of it, and it's very difficult to do that. So if
But sir, will it be a bad impression if we copy images relevant to the answers from the internet and paste it and also provide the source?
Nee, see, it should not be that your entire question is an answer copied from somewhere else and write this is the source.
No, 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 not about that, sir. The images, because it is tough to create an image of our own. So usually it looks better if we copy the image from some other place, which is relevant.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It should be minimum. It should not be very, and everywhere you're just copying something and writing this is this.
Right, right.
It should be wherever it's very highly relevant,
Correct.
and lesser, you know. And sometimes it becomes an apparent thing. So I'm telling you that people, when you're, it doesn't happen in your examination, but in,
Right, right.
Mm.
Sir, actually, recently, a lot of people have been using doodles. Doodle is a very good way to represent some sort of,
Yeah,
idea.
I could not hear you once again, please.
I said doodles are a very good way to express our views and opinions when we write answers, or even when we actually go on in videos. I have seen, people create a lot of doodles. Doodling is a good approach. I mean, most of the people here, they are not aware how to create doodles. Otherwise, in case if they can create of their own, it actually is very customized. At the same time, it will give an impression that this person, because we are trying to be a presenter, we are actually trying to create a presentation of our own. And since doodle is one of the techniques through which we can make our presentation very enhanced and look better, I think that would add more value to any answer.
You see, for the training part, that is much better. Doodling is much better. But for answering your questions in the examination, I think that is not so appropriate. But
Yeah, correct.
You should only answer by writing. Answer by writing, and yes, of course, some images and all that. That should enhance the answer of the question. That should help the answer of the question to come out properly.
Correct.
Mhm. So all are sleeping. All others, I don't hear anybody.
Listening.
Nobody is talking right now. Are they here or they have gone home?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here.
Everyone is here.
Listening, sir.
Okay.
So you must be thinking that everybody is just focused around assignments, sir. Probably the dates are near. So you made our life a little simpler, sir, because a lot of things are going side by side and we are working for that. So thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you to make our things more precise in our mind, sir. We'll attempt better this time.
Right, it's all right. Should be there. So when is your now? I think quite some time now for the examination. It must be in the
January last week.
January last. Okay.
Yes, sir. Examination is in January last. Assignment date is 15th December. So it is like only another 9 days left to submit.
What is there in assignment?
Yeah, there is nothing much, sir.
There is nothing at all. You'll see the books and you will write something, and
Yes, sir. It will not take more than 1 or 2 days to write all the assignments.
but that should be done properly. When you got every resource you can see and write, you must write to the point. And I've seen people
Sir.
writing even that this assignment question properly. They don't understand the question.
Correct, sir. The relevancy is lost in the answer sometimes. I have seen people answering that.
When you got all the things in front of you, you can see it, you can understand it, you can read it and then answer. That should be proper. That should be properly done.
अभी तो सर स्टार्ट ही नहीं किया हमने लिखना.
No, sir. Other problem which comes actually is, like it is mentioned that we have to write 2000 words. Let's say if I can able to comprehend everything, all my ideas in 1500 words, there is actually no reason for me to go beyond 1500. But if I believe, no, I have to be 2000 words, then I start being more irrelevant. That is the moment, because if I actually believe that the answer has been justified and it covers everything from the perspective of my side, whatever my understanding was is conveyed.
That's right, but there is something like minimum and maximum.
Yeah, yes,
You may answer to a question within 200 words and you'll say it is justified. So
correct.
some minimum level is there, no? Isn't it so? Are you getting my point?
Yeah. I mean, if it is a 20 marks question, let's say, I think
Ah.
1500 words still make very, it's a sensible
15
attempt,
marks, yes, you should know that this much you must write.
because you have to be explanatory and you have to elaborate something,
Ah.
some details
Of course,
about that.
of course that is there. That's right. That's the truth.
Sir, when I started writing the assignment, it took me 2 hours to write 3 questions. So I think, if the mental model is clear around the question, in one day we'll be able to I write all the 8 answers, because they are not tough. I mean, if you have the answers clear, if you do not have confusion, it doesn't take time to write.
I think you said your examination is the last week of January.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Last week of January is the examination. Until and unless there is some, intervention and someone comes and says, okay, for this reason, it will not be held. But for the current calendar,
Batch. Yours is 82nd batch.
yes, sir. It is 82nd batch.
82nd batch. Do you have any? Your group is there in WhatsApp.
Yeah, we have a group.
82nd batch. I did not see.
Maybe you are not a part of that daily chapter WhatsApp group.
Why I'm not a part of that?
Sir, you should ask Mr. Kaushal. He's the coordinator. He can add you.
Why it is so? 82nd batch. No, I think it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, we actually have 3 groups for 82nd batch. I mean, I don't know why you are not there, but you can ask and you can be actually added.
No, I'll ask Mr. Kaushal to add me.
Correct.
82nd batch. 81st batch also, I don't see it here. I've got all the old batches, 77, 78, 79, 80.
Sir, even, like the other faculties who were recently added, they are also not a part of that group. Like Mr. Govinda Rajalu, he will be taking one class from today onwards for presentation skills. So he's also not there. Our faculty for facilitation skill, he's also not there. So,
81 and 82 I'll add because that's required.
right.
But some of the activities that I do, sometimes you should know about it.
Yes. I mean, that will be very good. It is going to be an advantage for all of us. I mean, if we actually keep in loop with. But there are 2-3 groups. One of the group is open. Otherwise, most of the groups are admin only group. So I guess you should ask yourself to be added to that group which is open, so that you can write.
Second, I'll add myself.
Right.
That's required because certain things I'm going to do, you should know about it.
Correct.
Right. So, is there anything else that you need to?
Not from my side, so I don't know. I mean, if
Anybody else?
No, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are good.
Thank you very much. So then I think all the best. Take care of yourself. Hope to meet you again. And
Thank you very much, sir.
my best wishes.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
thank you, sir.
All the best. God bless. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.